Peace, God. This entry is entitled Transition and honoring all of the wisdoms in which it brings forth. I legit have been in transition for well over a half a decade. I created a lifestyle for myself in Atlanta that promoted ease, stillness. It gave me the ability to listen to my body and honor everything that it needed. Looking back on the many transitions that have occurred, the most impactful being me moving back to Chicago, I absolutely understand how important your environment is in regard to your mental and how you carry yourself day to day, especially when it comes to like your hometown triggers and traumas that are attached to it. I created a freedom for myself in Atlanta that allowed me to only work 3 days out of the week with some of the most fun people I've ever met in my life. Like, the environments were unmatched. That pulled me out of survival mode and allowed me to get back into creating, building with people. Although this was great, all great things must come to an end. The year before the pandemic, my intuition spoke to me and told me I needed something a little bit more stable moving into my 30s. So I submerged myself back into corporate life. Hated it, but needed it. That meant less slow mornings, less vacations, less time for me to be able to honor my body, listen to it, and give it what it needs. Less time to fast, less time to be conscious of what I'm putting in my body, because now I was back on the go. I remember praying to God the very first day I got back to Chicago in hopes that everything that I had learned while in Atlanta served me to and helped me over until it was time to leave Chicago again. I knew that I would meet demons that I left there and traumas and triggers that I left behind me. I knew I would come face to face with them. And I just prayed so hard that I would be able to hold on to the peace and the state of nirvana that I instilled within myself while being back in the belly of the beast. From changing careers a number of times, leaving some of the most pleasant moments behind, for the sake of evolution, for the sake of doing the hard stuff, for the sake of trying to be there for my family and pouring into them, for the sake of following my dreams, to landing my dream job and realizing it still didn't speak to who I am to my core and what I was placed on this earth to be and do. And due to some of those shifts, I ended up right back in survival mode. I ended up a mom well before I was ready. So I went back on some of those things that I knew were non-negotiables for myself. But I understand more and more of who I am and what I need from my heart, my soul, what I need to progress consistently, how I alter and shift and move through the ebbs and flows of life. And I'm so appreciative. Nothing else would have taught me that other than taking those steps into the transition periods. Re-entering a corporate environment, becoming a caregiver at the age of 30, becoming a mom well before I was ready, taking a step back from everything that I knew I needed and what I needed to be poured into myself, and literally just making the day-to-day happen so that I can see the following day. It was all very much so needed. And I honor every space I've ever been in within these transitions, because I have a better understanding of who I am in every environment, what characteristics serve me and what doesn't, what needs to be stripped and what needs to be amplified. So cheers to the transitions that we all face, and may they serve us to continue to get us to the next level. May we all continue to grow and flow and transform into everything that we were created to be. Inshallah.